Hi all, this is part 2 for series 4 video, and in this series we have a 12 POC. In part 2 we will cover hosting static website in S3 using CloudFront, Route 53 custom domain with certificate. Agenda for this POC is first we will create the S3 bucket, then we will add a static application and modify the bucket, create the bucket policies. And in the certificate manager, we need to create the certificate. And in the CloudFront, we will create the distribution. And after that, we will create the record for that distribution in the Route 53. And we will test the static website using HTTPS. And at the last, I will tell you how can we delete all those resources, because this is very important for deleting the resources. If it will be working, then we need to pay charges for that. The flow for that this POC is a user will just click on the send the request to the Route 53, and Route 53 will send request to the CloudFront, and CloudFront will use integrate with the certificate manager, and here it will certificate will be applied over here, and it will take the static application which is hosted in the S3 bucket. So this thing hosted directly from the S3 bucket. So in this POC, we will do the step-by-step things, and I have created this PPT for the step-by-step steps of what we need to do here. So for the better understanding, I will follow the same process of whatever I've written here in the PPT. So first we need to create the S3 bucket. So just keep this thing in mind. If I'm creating this S3 bucket name, in this case, it's the same bucket name as a domain name. So I will show you the domain name, and same domain name we need to create a bucket name should be same. So this is a catch here. So just I will show you both things here. So I'm logging into AWS console, and I will show you these things. You can see this is already logged in here, and I will open the Route 53. Will show you domain, and after that we need to create the S3 bucket, right? So you can see here I have a two hosted zones here, so I will show you. It is a chargeable thing. If you need to register, how can we register hosted zone here? I am giving the brief. We need to purchase the domain from GoDaddy, and you need to create hosted zone here. This is the steps. I've already done, so I will show you how you can do it here. Let me log in the GoDaddy.com, and I will show you here. So first, for purchasing the domain, you need to go and create the account. You can see my account is already created here. And after creating the account, you need to purchase domain. You can search any domain here, and let me show you my domains. Here I am doing Be My Account. This is my account. You can see here I have a two domain here, amitkumargupta.xyz and testoe.com, two domain I purchased here. So you need to go and purchase here. When you will go and purchase, so it will show. I'm clicking on that. I will use the for this domain, amitkumargupta.xyz. Then it is showing the expiry date over here. One I've taken for the 1 year. So you can see here details is showing here. You can see when you will do, you will get the option manage DNS here. So I will show you how to configure this thing in Route 53 here. So first, after purchasing that domain, you need to go to the manage DNS. You can see name server space. You need to put some entries here. So what is that entry? I will show you. In the, suppose you go to the route 53, when you will add that machine here your domain over here, you will get 4 DNS name here. So you need to enter all those names to the your uh, domain provider like GoDaddy here. Just change and add it, right? After saving it, it will work right. So this is one thing which is can do. So after that, it is configured. Small things is there, so you can do it, right? So after it, so S3 bucket, you can see we don't have any bucket here so far. So we'll go and create the bucket because I'm adding the anthem data this domain name because I will use that same certificate over here, right? So just I'm creating the bucket over here. Anthem is we can put any name over here. Before that, you can put anything. The same name we can create a certificate over there. So I'm taking the same thing, right? So you can see steps are there here. So I will go there. Block. I will allowing the access over here. I've written everything here, right? We are working on that US East one, right? So we have given the name and region US East one and allow the public access and then no, go and create the bucket, right? So bucket is created. So same name, our domain name. And after that, we will go here and go to the property. And what we will do, we will enable that static website hosting because we will host our website over here, right? So I'm enabling it. So host a static website. You can write down index.html here, right? Error.html. Okay. You can see I've mentioned all those steps here, right? And I'm just saving it, save changes, so we will get the endpoints. You can see here, we have got this endpoint. I'm clicking on that endpoint. You can see here, it is giving the error because we don't have anything in that bucket, right? But it is working. So we have done this step, right? We've enabled the static website hosting. You can see this endpoint URL, right? And after that, we need to add a static application. So what we will do, we will go and download the Crosswalk application, right? And I'm just going to this URL I mentioned here. I'm opening here. This is a template. We will. This is the same. So just I am downloading this thing here. It is downloaded here, right? So just I will go in the download folder and I will unzip it. See, we have index.html, but we don't have any error.html. So what we will do here, we will need to write error.html. You can see here, I have already added the creating one file here. Right, error.html. Now we need to put the content over there. I've already added in PPT, like just we have title, got error, website, error page, and I've given this actual URL. What is the correct? Please use this URL. This is the message we are putting here. So I'm copying all those things directly and pasted here, right? Some simple hello things. So it is saved here, right? You can see this file is already saved. Last one, this one, right? So we have done this thing. Now we need to upload this application to S3 bucket, right? So what we need to go, we need to go and upload this thing to S3 bucket directly. So let me do it. This is our bucket, and we are just upload. We need to add folders, or you can do the add files, anything, add folders. So we have two folders for download, you can see. So I'm selecting both one by one. I think we need to do images, and next time we need to add fonts, right? Upload, and after that I need to add the files. You can see all those files. Sorry, all those files we need to add. So you can see all those files are there. So we are just doing the upload. It is uploading to the S3 bucket. It is showing the count here, 60, 15 files, right? 18 files, and it is uploaded successfully, right? You can see here. So you can see here, we can see all those files and two folders here, right? Uploaded here. Now we can see we have done this thing. Now again we need to check the URL whether what is happening, it is working or not. Still we are getting the issue, right? So I've already mentioned exit ignite error will come and run this error, right? Same URL still working, still not working. We will see later how to work it, right? Now what we have done, we have created one S3 bucket and enable that hosting in one HTML file we uploaded over there, right? So we have done this thing. Now now we need to change the bucket policy, right? So we need to add the allow access for that thing, right? So what we need to do, we need to go to the same S3 permissions. You can see I mentioned here permission tab, added bucket policy, right? So we have this bucket policy. Still you can see it is blank, no policy to display. So we need to add here bucket policy to accessing this thing. So we are adding this bucket policy, and I'm adding this policy over here. It is simple policy, just it is allowing the access on the get object, and this is the resources ARN is there, right? Same thing we are adding here. Now I'm saying change. This is allow access for public read, allow S3 object action, and resources for this is the resources power, right? And this is save changes. You can see here we got one error like API response error policy and invalid resources. So it means we have done mistake somewhere. So you can see here it is showing here some space, right? That is issue, and you can check this resource ARN for that bucket. I will show you that thing also. What is that? I'm opening one more instance for S3, so I will show you. Let me open it. And when we click on that S3 bucket, you can see in the property, you can see ARN is showing resource name, right? You can see no spaces there, right? I'm copying this thing from here, and I'm pasting over here, right? Simple. See, removing the older one, right? So I'm just saving it again. Save changes. Now it's saved, right? So it means you can see this is mistake is there, so I'm just correcting it. Okay. Now we need to check it out because we have given the permission. Now in this time, uh, just refreshing it again and check it. Still, if I getting some error, so let me check this error. What is the error? Is a specific key does not exist index.html. Let me see whether that file is uploaded or not in our objects. I think this is showing some different file over here. Let me see what happened. We have only 5 files, right? I think it is showing some different thing. What happened? So don't worry, I am just going and deleting this thing. In such just because index and error is not showing here. So I am just deleting those files and I will upload it again, right? Deleted, right? Now we can check how many objects we have. Only 2 folders, right? So now upload. Add files. Okay, I think I have added this front one, right? My mistake. Okay, let me do it this one. Last time we have added actually this files, so we are getting error. So just I'm selecting all 5 files and doing upload, right? Right, it is done. You can see here now we can see error and export file, right? So go and refresh it again. See, we're able to see that page. Now we are static website is working fine, right? So next step is you can see here we are getting 2 things here. We are getting some randomly some names over here. So it is not looking good for our website. So we need to map this thing to the our custom domain. And also you can see here certificate is showing connection is not secure. You can see here. You can see this is already coming. So we will secure this connection using the certificate. So our next what we will do, we will secure this thing, adding the certificate here, right? And second thing, we will map this thing to the Route 53 and give them proper name, right? So for this thing, we need to go and certificate manager. Just go to the PPT. Next step. You can see this is the you can say same thing. And if you want to see the error, I will show you that thing also. Just say ERR. See, we have created a custom error page is showing using wrong URL. Correct URL is this one. Actually, when we will do adding the certificate, so our S will be added HTTPS, and when we will map this thing to the our domain name, it will URL will be looks like this. See, so I will show you this URL currently here. It is not in use now. I'm showing it is not working because we have not done anything so far on that thing, right? So at the end, when we will configure the certificate as well as mapping in custom domain, then our website will run like this instead of this one. You can see instead of this, and that time also it will show the certificate lock green color here. Right? I will show you later on in this demo. So we can see here, I have already given the link for the document link for the bucket policy examples. You can go if you want to go over there and just check it out, the different bucket policies which we have used here, right? And after that, now we will use the AWS Certificate Manager for creating the certificate. So let's go in Certificate Manager and check it. So services, you can see Certificate Manager is there. You can see here already one certificate is issued to the Anthem. Right, certificate is already there. So I will tell you how can we do for the other certificate. I have given these steps here, and I will show you here how can we see create certificate using AWS Certificate Manager. So get started, request a certificate. So we have this option here, request a certificate, right? Request a public certificate, right? Request a certificate here. You can see here. So domain name is there, right? So I will show you here. Step one is add the domain name. Domain name we have this one. What I will do here, I have okay. This is the domain name. We want to add anything here. We can do it. Otherwise, you can. It is already added, so I'm taking some different name here. I'm adding some different name, mail dot amitkumargupta.xyz, right? So similarly, anthem dot already added. So we will go and do the if you want, we can add another name to the certificate. Now we will do DNS validation, right? Next, tag if required, name or value, anything if you want, name, mail, we have added, right? Anything. Review, you can see domain name we will use over here, and confirm and request, right? You can see validation it will take time, and you can see it is pending, verification is pending, it is taking some time. So due to this reason, I've created earlier same certificate over there, but process is same what I have showed on here. You can go and can do it. In that case, if you're using the mail dot amitkumargupta.xyz, in that case we need to create the S3 bucket with the same name, right? Then we can map it later on. So pending verification will take time, right? So we can see here we need to add that name, CNAME to the our Route 53. So just click on that thing. It will add the CNAME to our. You can see our Route 53 is already open. You can see this CNAME is added for the that Anthem one, right? Anthem that Amit Kumar Gupta, right? You can see. Now next one, when we will add it, it will add for that mail dot anthem.com, right? Mail dot amitkumargupta.com, right? So just I'm adding it, creating it. So it will create a record DNS, right? You can see it will take around 30 minutes to change the propagate and AWS validate the domain, right? So it is a maximum time it is written, but it will taking some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depend on the AWS, right? But we're not sure. You can see it is showing success. So just check here. I'm just refreshing it. See here, this one mail dot Amit Kumar Gupta is added here, right? CNAME, this is added here, mapped. And now it is mapped. Then you can see here, this is success measure and request in progress is still showing pending verification. So it will take some time for verification. After that, only we can use it, right? We can configure it in the local file, right? And continue. You can see here, you can see it is issued, status is showing issued. Now it is done and this certificate is generated. you can see here, it is currently it is showing two certificated. See, one for the mail dot Amit Kumar Gupta X, right? And same way, anthem dot Amit Kumar Gupta dot XYZ, right? Got it. So we can use any one up. Now both are working currently. It is showing in use, both are not in use anywhere, right? So, but in this demo, we will use this one, right? Same way, we can use this one because if you use this one, then we need to go and create that S3 bucket with same name, right? So its steps are written here, right? And next step, we need to create the CloudFront create distribution over there. So we need to go to CloudFront and create a distribution over there, right? So I will show you over there. Let's go open that CloudFront. You can see nothing is there, no distribution is there. So I'm going and creating one distribution here and get it started. See, we need to enter the details. So original domain name we need to enter here. And you can see here, this original domain name should be same as the S3 static website hosting URL, right? So we can see just like this, right? But you can see drop down, it is showing some this name S3 but we need to go and that copy that thing from here, right? So, but here our URL is S3 bucket. Let me go and there it is S3 bucket. Property, our endpoint is this one, right? So I'm copying this URL, right? And same we can see I have written in here, right? And in the CloudFront distribution, I'm copying it here. I'm removing HTTP like that. You can see this name should be there, right? And it is original ID is coming over there automatically. See, and same thing I mentioned here, original ID, right? And we can see it go with default setting, and here you need to select protocol HTTP and HTTPS, right? And after that, you need to go the distribution setting. You can see here we all edge locations for best performance. You can see different location are there, so we can use the all edge locations for best performance, right? And you can see here alternate domain CNAMEs. This is the name, right? You can see. So we have already created this name, right? So we will mention here which CNAME is required. And for that, this domain name, we need to create a custom SSL certificate. That is certificate we need to do, right? So when we will select it here, we will get the option for certificate. You can say we are getting this certificate which I have created earlier, and this one we have created right now. So we can select anyone, but if I'm matching with Anthem one, so we need to take this anthem.amitkalgupta.xyz, right? So I'm selecting this, right? Certificate over there. And after that, you can see we go with the default setting, TLS 1.2, right? And HTTP, same thing. You don't need to change anything. And directly go and create a distribution. You can see here, I've written everything here, right? And when we will create a distribution will start and it will take time, 5 to 10 minutes. It will take time. You can see status is showing in progress. So it will take some time, and when it will, I've written here, it will take time to deploy. And when it will come, we will get the endpoint. And we will get the endpoint like this. I think this is domain name, we got it. this domain name will work directly. So currently it will not work. So just wait for that, and I'm pausing this video, and when once its status will complete it, then I will come back, right? You can see here status is showing deployed, right? So domain name, we got it here. So just go this domain name, select this domain name, and just go and run it. You can see this is working fine here, domain name, right? So this is working fine here, and let's check with HTTPS also, right? I think it is without HTTP, because we have enabled for both things, right? You can see here both, it is working for both, and you can see here certificate is showing connection secured, right? And it is for CloudFront.net site information for that one, and it's showing correct, right? Now we have got to enable the certificate here, but we need to getting still for this name. So we need to replace with name. So we need to use the Route 53 over here, right? So you can see we've done. So next slide is Route 53. We need to go and create the record over there. And just I'm logging in the Route 53. It is already open. So we need to go and create the record over here. And I am giving the name of anthem.amitkumargupta.xyz. In the A and the rest of the setting, you can see Route 5 for others, alias S, and I'm doing in 1 minute TTL 1 minute. And value we need to enter over here. That is the name of that CloudFront.net one, right? So this alias you can see here is disabled. So I'm just going enabling it, right? After enabling it, you can see it is converting to drop down. And you can see here, we need to go and select the alias to the CloudFront distribution, right? You can see I've mentioned here alias to the CloudFront distribution. Now our region is North Virginia, US East 1, and distribution we are using this one, 313, right? You can see our distribution name in the same place, 313. Or you can see in the CloudFront also, 313 is the domain distribution name, right? So same name we have selected over here, right? And just create a record set. That's it. So you can see here this record is created successfully, and you can see here this is the we are getting this message, right? And it is mapped with the this is CloudFront distribution URL, right? So what we will do here, I have written this is the URL, final URL which we have, and I will go and run it. You can see earlier I think we have tried it. It is still not showing. So I'm just clicking on the try again, right? And you can see now website is working with our secure site, connection secure, right? With the certificate and our domain name which we want to do. So similarly, as per your requirement, you can map the domain as per your domain name and the subdomain name, right? So we have done this demo, and we have deployed the application here in the different in the with certificate and the custom domain name. And the same thing we have done this in last slide. We have to delete the sources because after working those things, if you want to delete it, we need to delete for if you are doing for POC for the free account, then you need to go and delete it. So practically I have added in this slide to each of the POC every time because if you want to delete what we need to do for that, and how many resources we have created and how can we delete it. So first we will go and delete the CloudFront distribution. So I'm just going over there. You can see select the web, and first we need to disable it because you can see it is showing is enabled. So I'm selecting it web and disable, and at disable So if you disable it, this site will start working, right? Now it is disabled, right? You can see here, as being disabled, this can take up to 15 minutes. So you can see here status is showing here 15 in progress. So I am pausing this video again and come back when it will status will be complete, right? Now you can see here status is showing deployed and this state is disabled, right? So here you can select it, we can and again enable it, or we can go and delete it. So we are removing that resources, so I'm going to delete it. So I'm just going to delete it. It is deleted, right? Now this is CloudFront distribution is deleted, right? You can see here. Now we have created that record in Route 53, so we will go and delete this Route 53. We have created this record, right? XYZ. So this one we created anthem dot Amit Kumar Gupta dot XYZ, right? So I'm just going selecting and deleting the record, right? And delete. This is deleted, right? And after that, you can see here delete S3 bucket, right? First, we need to empty and delete it, right? So S3 bucket, you know that we have this S3 bucket. So I will go over there and select it. First, I am emptying it, right? So this is empty. Now it is clear. Now we will select and delete it, right? Delete this thing. I need to write this name, right? Now bucket is deleted, right? So we have created certificate manager also. So we need to go and select Anthem and certificate manager. Let me go over there, certificate manager, and the certificate manager is here, right? And you can go and select this. I am deleting, deleting this mail one, right? For showing you action, just delete. So delete the following permanently, the action cannot be undo, right? So I'm deleting it. You can see it is deleted, right? If you're deleting this thing, so we need to go and delete that in Route 53 also. This whatever we've added here, you can see we have added this CNAME over here for that mail.amitkumargupta.xyz. I'm selecting this one record also and deleting it. Right? So this is deleted and we have cleaned everything. Let me check if we have used any roles over there or not. Let me check with IAM also. Any roles is used here or not? I think so. It is roles. No roles is already 4 roles. We have it is showing 4 roles, right? Nothing else we have added. So all those things are mentioned here. So we have done the cleaning process also. And next video part 3, we will discuss on the Elastic file system in the next video. So thanks for watching it. If you like my video, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. We'll meet in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.